Evan Lewis punched a short ball from Shamar Joseph down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4 and is out of cricket for the rest of the year. It was a short delivery from Joseph, which Lewis looked to stand up and pull, but it rushed him, hit him above the gloves, flew down to the mid-wicket boundary despite the best effort of Romario Shepherd, who himself tried his best to get himself injured, but luckily he was not injured. So Evan Lewis again has been injured. Guyana Amazon Warriors have won the toss in the second match of CPL 2025 and have invited the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to bat first. And after 10 overs, the Patriots are 80 for 2 with Lewis. Is it 80 for 2 or 80 for 3? 80 for 2, but you could consider Lewis out because he's not coming back to bat. So it's 80 for 2, but Lewis is out. Lewis will not come back to bat. So they are 80 for 2. Fletcher is not out on 44. And Alec Atton is not out on 4. So Lewis retired earth on 4. Kyle Myers made 7. And Riley Russell made 12. So they are effectively 80 for 3 after 10 overs. Bowling for the Guyana Amazon Warriors, Patriots 2 overs, 1 for 19. Shamar Joseph 2 overs, none for 11. Romario Shepherd 1 over for 9 runs. Imran Tayer 3 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 19. And Moeen Ali 1 over, went for 15 runs. He did not get any wicket. Hello everyone and welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here and I appreciate your company as we go through the watch along for the second match of CPL 2025. It's between the Guyana Amazon Warriors and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. As I look to come on now, I said to myself, I won't even try to do what we done last night. I think that last night was the best watch-along I've ever done. The commentary I've done watch-alongs where the commentary was much greater, was more smooth, where the commentary was up there with the very best in the world. But the watch-along last night is what watch-along should be. The interaction with you last night among yourself and you and I was wonderful. It was first class. As Moti comes into Atton and he turns that down to the man coming off the mid-wicket boundary. That's looked to be admired. As promised last night, 81 for 2. As promised last night, today we are going to talk about food. Which national dish is the best national dish? And so I have listed the first 3. And then now, in a short while, I'll be listing the next 3 for you to vote on them. And then we'll take the top 3. So the winner of each category plus the best second place team. Those 3 will qualify for the finals. And then we'll do it during tonight's show to see which Caribbean country really cook the best food. So that's what we are really asking, you know, which Caribbean country cook the best food. And so you have the 3 there. But it was a good experience last night. And I thank you all for it. I really appreciate it. It was good fun. 82 for 2 after 10.3. I trust you are hearing me loud and clear. And so, Kervin, good night to you. Full toss misses by Atton as Hope failed to collect, but no damage done. The balls dropped in front of him. 82 for 2. This is Moti bowls to Atton, turn away to short fine leg, and there is no run. He whips the return into Shea Hope. The score remains at 82 for 2. This Guyana Amazon Warriors team, although it's on the wrong side of the average age, it's still a potent team, as that one is turned away down to deep mid-wicket by Atton for 1 more. The score goes up now to 83 for 2 after 11 overs. So good evening, Sheldon Smith. How are you, boy? Your boy luckless bad. Every time he has an injury. So good evening, Sheldon. How are you? Jamor, good evening. Again, green fig and saltfish from where? Yeah, that's the thing about it, Sheldon. I deliberately didn't list the country where it is from. If you know, you know. But I just so because the thing about it, Sheldon, if you don't know, it means it is a popular. So I am not putting the country there because because we are really looking for the popular dish. So the country shouldn't really determine the dish. If those persons from that country knows it, then that's good. I try my best. Go ahead of the host. I try my best to go ahead of the host, said Jamar Sawal. Okay. Shepherd pulled up. I hope he's not injured. Just as he was about to deliver. 83 for 2 as we look for the start of the 12th over. Greetings, Athena. How are you, man? Good to have you here. Envoy, Hard Point, our good friend from South Africa. Kervin Duncan. Where's Frame? Are you taking over tonight from Kervin Duncan, Frame? Kervin Duncan, you're taking over from Frame tonight. So, Shepherd bowls out. No, that one took off. I thought it took the gloves. It just took off. So, Kervin Duncan put Grenada. Come on, Kervin Duncan. You need to do better than that, man. You definitely need to do better than that. I don't know what you mean. Excuse me for a minute there. 83 for 2. So Fletcher is on 45. With him is Atton. Romario Shepherd going to the back top of his mark. He's going to move in now. He's over the wicket, bowls to Atton, and Atton steer this to backward point. And there is no run. The score remains at 83 for 2. Shepherd in the second over, his first over, went for 9 runs. And these 2 deliveries in this over, no one Atton has failed to score off them thus far. So it's 83 for 2. Blessed Tremel Clark, good to have you here. As Atton ramped this down to fine leg and it's out, no drop. Oh, Imran Tayer dropped it. So Atton, good effort by Imran Tayer, but there was Atton scooping that one down to fine leg. Good shot by Atton, good innovation, but Imran Tayer just did not get there. Dumpling, saltfish, breadfruit, and plantain, said Jamor Small. Good night to you, Michael Douglas. Welcome. So now that I think the first poll, please hit that thumbs up button. Shepherd bowls wide. It wide will be signal. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let us get the likes up to 100. We can get it up to 100. Thank you very much. So over 130 persons voted. And that's when that's it when I said that Shepherd tries best to injure himself. Wow, he wants to get injured tonight because that ball was slapped into his knee and he used his knee to stop his anchor. What happened to Shepherd tonight? Here he is. He's a tough Guyanese boy. He's over the wicket, bowls outside the half stump, and Fletcher plays that down towards the cover boundary. The fielder comes around. Hetmeyer cannot prevent the two more to the total. 87 now for 2 after 11.4 overs. So please hit that thumbs up button. Let us get these likes up to 100. If you are not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off the live chat. And when you click off the live chat, then you will see the thumbs up button. So clearly, Aki and Saltfish won this one, and Green Fig and Saltfish come second. So please make that note in your mind. So Green Fig and Saltfish got 23%. So they were second. So Green Fig and Saltfish come second. So I need to make a note of that. So Aki and Saltfish won. Green Fig and Saltfish, 23%. So, all right, so we're going to end the first poll. A big victory for Aki and Saltfish, no doubt. 87 for 2. So Aki and Saltfish won this round as the best tasting food in the Caribbean. So Cuckoo and Flying Fish just got 10. They came third. So I end this poll now. So I'm going to put up the second semifinalist, which is another 3. So let me start the next poll. In a while, I'll start it. TK will score 250 off the Guyana Amazon Warriors attack, said Sheldon. Full toss, clipped away, down towards wide long on. The fielder comes around that Shamar Joseph prevented the second, 88 for 2 after 12 overs. So 88 for 2. What are your views on Atton as a batsman, period? Well, as every batsman, he has a wide variety of shots, but he needs to score runs. That's my views on batsmen. For me, it doesn't matter how a batsman look. It really depends on how many runs he score. That for me, batting for me is about staying at the wicket long enough to score enough runs. Too many Jamaican and this watch along say Kervin Duncan. And that's a very unfortunate comment, and I don't think Kervin Duncan, that's a very, very unfortunate, disingenuous, and unfair comment. Because if that was the case, Soca would not have beat out Reggae last night. And what was the first poll that we did? Whether Carnival or Reggae Sumfest, which one was bigger? And Carnival won by a far margin. So Kervin Duncan, you need to apologize for that comment. I genuinely apologize for that comment. Yeah, because I never heard last night when Carnival won and Soca won, you said that there were too many Trinidadians in this live. So you need to apologize, Kervin Duncan. You know? Yeah. I am going to stop listening to you because you are always late, said Barrett D. Barrett D, when it's a 50 over match like this, the bottom line, I can't stop you doing a Barrett D. If you choose to do so, you have to make your own decision. That is your own decision. I can't stop you. You can't expect me to do a full 40 over match. If you want me to do a full 40 over match, then you sponsor the channel so that I can get a second person so that we can now do the full 40 over match. You know, you can't expect one person to do a 40 over match. So we always start halfway through the first innings. That's what we always start halfway. We put up the time when the match to start because really and truly we can judge for halfway, yes, and probably I can do that. But first to do a whole 40 over match, we need sponsorship, and then I can get Andrew and somebody else, and then we do the entire match. But if I'm alone doing it, we are not going to be able to do that. Wayne Gudges saying, Mr. Brown, you said Etmeyer and a few others who were injured for the Pakistan tour would be fit for CPL. So I guess I'm right. Wayne Gudges, you man, 91 for 2 after 12.4. Martin is third over, none for 11 thus far, 2.4 overs. Third, it's almost 7 overs since the last boundary have been hit. So let's watch now as Moti, the left-arm orthodox spin around the wicket, bowls to Fletcher, who played this down wide of long on, another singer, 92 for 2 after 12.5. Atton will comes into strike. I think he's maturing as a batsman. He's batting more responsible, said Star Hillary. Well, we'll all see that, you know. We'll all see that. And we hope that it comes out in the runs. And then hope that it comes out in the runs. All right. Round the wicket come Moti, bowls to Atton, who whipped this away down to the fielder on the backward square leg boundary. Who is Shamar Joseph, one more to the total. 93 for 2 at the end of over number 13. The Guyana Amazon Warriors won the toss and asked the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to bat first, and Shamar Joseph have sent Evan Lewis to the hospital with a sharp rising delivery, which he failed to negotiate. It came off his wrist as he looks to pull, and it went into the deep mid-wicket boundary. That's how hard it came off his wrist and went into the deep mid-wicket boundary. So that was very, very hard. So here is the next poll now. I'm going to put up the next poll. So this is semi-final number 2. And these 3 dishes. Shepherd bowls to Atton, and has he taken the catch? Yes, he did so on the second attempt. That's Kevlan Anderson. It dropped on the first attempt, but he gathers his cognitive skills and was able to take the catch. So it's 93 for 3 as Atton gone for 9. So Atton is 9 from 18 deliveries, a strike rate of 50 as Shepherd got his man hard into the pitch. Atton looked to pull, top edge it, hands off the bat, balloon to the man at mid-on, Kevlan Anderson, who juggled the catch, but then completed the catch. In the end, it doesn't matter how the bats or the catch is taken. I always tell my players, we practice the right thing. But in the end, if it is 2-finger catch, take the catch, it doesn't matter. You want to approach it correctly, but then things happen. And when things happen, you just still need to deal with it, you know. So, okay. So that's it. I'm trying to just put up this poll. So we have the second poll up and running. So just give me a minute. I'm dealing with it. There's no action going on as Atton is gone for 9 from 18 deliveries. I'm sure the Atton fans would not be happy with that. Because the bottom line is, as I said, it's, yes. So the new batsman is Jason Holder, the captain of the Patriots. And he plays that one back down the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. So crab and callaloo, fungi and pepper pot, and then I think this dish from this country, they call it pepper pot, their national dish in this country. So just putting up the poll. Shepherd to Holder flashes at it. It goes high above his head. Sheo jumps and collect 93 for 3. So there is it now. Crab and callaloo, fungi and pepper pot and pepper pot. So there are the 3. The second 3 semi-finalists. And remember that Aki and Saltfish won the first one. And the second one is green fig and Saltfish. And they are 23%. So the dish that comes second in this one will need to be 23% to qualify for the final. So Pepper Pot have jumped out to an early lead. Crab and callaloo is following. So it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting now to see what happened. The batsman ignoring my warning said Jamor Small. Bless up TV and Cricket Power Play. How are you? I am good, man. I'm good. TV and Cricket Power Play. My good friend over there in Florida who operate the mobile studio. Shepherd comes in bowl wide outside the half stump, 95 for 3. Wide signal by the umpire, but they should probably double check that. It may well drop off the surface. So TV and Cricket Power Play and TV and studio, mobile studio. They have a mobile studio and a PA system and everything. So if you're having a function, contact TV and Cricket Power Play, man. they will take care of all your audio needs and stream it live over there in Florida or New York or Atlanta, Georgia, all of those places. Cover the work all around those places, Mississippi and so on. Just check out TV and Cricket Power Play. Link him up. So if you are getting married or anything like that, you can link him up. A house party or anything like that, a church service. If you are starting up a church and you don't have a PA system and want someone to stream it live for you, that's the man. TV and Cricket Power Play over there in Florida. Big up yourself, my good friend Elton. Big up Christina. Here is Shepherd, full toss, worked away by Shepherd, down to the man coming around from backward square leg, and they stay on one. They can't hit a boundary. 96 for 3 after 14 overs. Good night to you too, Evans. Good night. I am glad to hear your commentary. You always keep the fans following the game up to the last ball. Big up to you. Big up to you too, Gail and Evans. So Barrett D, Barrett D saying that he's listening to me from Florida. Gerald Music is saying that asking TV and Cricket Power Play to link Gerald Music. Yes, man. Good man. Good. So TV and Cricket Power Play, put your email in the chat so that Gerald Music can see it and send you an email and make the contact. So Elton, please put your email in the chat, please, or if you wish to put your WhatsApp number there also. Yeah, you can put your WhatsApp number in the chat, Elton, so that Gerald Music can link you and all others who want to link you, because he's really the best. High quality. And you don't have to be looking at PA system and then looking at streamer. He provide everything. Big up yourself, Gerald Music. Enough love. So it's 97 for 3. Fletcher is on 52. Older is on 1. Good half century for Fletcher. Condolence to him. He has a death in his family recently. As Older looked to turn that one from Gudakesh Moti through the onside, taken on the pad, goes out to the field line, the covers. So Moti, in his final over, has yet to pick up a wicket. The left-arm orthodox tweaker. He's round the wicket now. There's a short backward point cover, and Older hit this out of the ground for 6. So just standing up and see ball, hitting ball out of the ground for 6. The score goes up now to 103. 103 for 3. Older moves up to 7. So that right into the slot, and the big, tall, lanky Jason Older just hit it out of the ground for 6. Good shot there by Jason Older. Respect to you, Barrett D. Elton O is over there in Florida too, Barrett D. So if you have a gig, you can always link up Elton. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, man. And that ball is on the roof. There are so many balls on the roof at this ground, you know. They always itch in the drainage, in the groove at the top of the roof, and they always stay there. Not many of them comes back. If somebody go up on that roof, they could get a box of ball in, I'm sure. Gudakesh Moti now, the left arm orthodox. Bowls down the leg side to Older, who turned it to fine leg, and there is no run. Should have allowed that ball to go through and it have gotten a wide. Poor batting there by Jason Older. 103 for 3. So there's a short fine leg, a backward point. There's a cover and there's a mid-off and there's a mid-wicket. Outside the half stump, Older swings, misses through to the keeper. Again, there's no run. 103 for 3 with 1 delivery to come in over number 15. Gudakesh Moti, 3.5 overs, none for 20. Despite that 6, he's in to Older. And Older hit him again high in the air. As he got the distance this time, a fielder second under, he took the catch, he's out. Hetmeyer with the catch. Older goes for 7 from 8 deliveries. 103 for 4. St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots are 103 for 4 after 15 overs. You are a very intelligent and passionate cricket commentator, said Daniel Carbin. Thank you very much, Daniel Carbin. I appreciate all compliments. I take all compliments, you know, and the compliments keep me going. Don't be too aggressive with the spin bowlers. Jamur Small, you probably thought just a little late as Jason Ola tried to go for another 6. And Gudakesh Moti, 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 20. Good bowling by Gudakesh Moti, picking up the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots captain. 103 for 4 at the end of 15. So Fletcher is there on 52 from 36 deliveries. 1 for 20, Gudakesh Moti off his 4 overs. So thank you very much, Daniel. I appreciate it very much. Athena is saying, any update on Marlon Pinnock? Good question. Athena, I remember today, you know, to check on it, you know. And then it was, you know, sometimes you remember you take up the phone to do something, and when you take up the phone to do something, something else happen and you forget it. But I did remember today to call him, and I forgot. I definitely forgot. So let me. That's a very that's so nice of you, Elton. That's humanity at its very best, Athena. Humanity at its very best. Oh yeah, man. I really respect you for that, Athena. Trying to find his number here to call him. I really respect that man. Oh man, I really that's wonderful, man. Let me call the young man. And I think that he did all day Saturday. He was the commentator. He was the announcer at the SDC third place playoff on Saturday, both for seniors and the Premier tournament. And he also did it at the both finals, the Masters finals and the Premier tournament on Sunday. So he was on his foot all day. He didn't have to be, but I think that was his style. Shamar Joseph back into the attack, bowls to the left-handed Gooley, who turned this away for a single. 105 for 4 after 15.2. Shamar Joseph, 2.2 overs, none for 13. 2.2 overs, none for 13. 105 for 4. Shamar Joseph on his way to bowl to the right-handed Fletcher. Marlon, and he hit this high in the air for 6 over long on. Marlon.
How are you, Mr. Brown?
I am great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just came back from the hospital. They do an X-ray on the foot, and I'm saying they don't find nothing in it and thing. Not to leak out, no bone crack. So they give me some rubbing, some antibiotic pill to take, and 2 injections.
Okay. It is probably because you stood up all day Saturday and Sunday. You need to sit down when you're doing your gigs, you know, man. But I know you love to walk around the field, you know, and talk. But I'm happy to hear that there's nothing appears to be serious. Because, another man is down. Shamar have just hit down another man in his family jewel, and he's down. Oh, goal is it? Oh, Fletcher is it? No. Oh my Lord. He's down. Damaged. The family jewel is damaged. Well, Marlon, I'll talk to you, man, but I'm very happy to hear that more or less you're okay. Oh, he's down on his belly now. He's lying on his belly. Yeah, man. Take care, Marlon. So, Athena, I really appreciate that. That's a lot of humanity. And thank you for reminding me. He will still be able to have children. Oh, he's down. So, Shamar Joseph. So, the second St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots captain have been hit down by, have been sent to his knee. You know, the previous one was in pain. I mean, great pain. I think that, and he has to leave the field, but probably Fletcher will stay on. Zathina, thank you. I think you heard that he's okay, more or less. I really think that is because he stood both days. You know, because Marlon is a very energetic man, and he, as I said, it was 2 T20 matches on Saturday. The third place playoff for the Masters, and the third place playoff for the regular competition, the premier competition. And on Sunday, it was the same thing, the finals for the Masters and then the finals for the premier competition. It's the SDC cricket competition in Jamaica, wide outside the Ashton, 112 for 4. You needed to bowl him another bumper there, Shamar Joseph, 112 for 4. So the SDC cricket competition, for those of you who are not living in Jamaica and really don't know how this competition go, it's a community-based competition. So every single community in Jamaica can enter. Every single community. And say for one parish, for example, Kingston. Here is Shamar Joseph. He's over the wicket. He bowls to Fletcher outside the half stump, and he cracks this down to the field and the cover boundary for another single. 113 for 4. He moves up to 60. Gooley is on 1. One delivery to come in Shamar, third over. None for 21 thus far. So, for example, Kingston. 20 teams from Kingston entered. They have a one-day tournament to determine the top 8. More than likely, the two communities that have come first and second the previous year would not take part in that one-day competition. So maybe 16 qualify from that one-day competition to join the other 2. And they do that for the 14 parishes. So each parish have 8 teams. They have a round-robin tournament. Joseph over the wicket, bowls to the left-handed. Gooley who swings and misses, and it goes through to the keeper, and there's no run. End of over number 16, 113 for 4, over number 16. And so they go through now to the second round. The top 2 from each parish goes through to the second round, and they work their way down to the finals. What happened now? The top 4 teams in the premier competition, not the Masters, the premier competition, they get a chance to represent Jamaica in the Caribbean tournament that is sponsored by Caribbean Airline. So yes, so he was a commentator for those both days, but he loves to walk around the field. He doesn't like to sit. He doesn't like to sit in the booth. He walks around the field, So thank you. Joseph Floor Fletcher, yes, he floored Lewis too earlier. Nigel Brown, how are you? Over the wicket, Patriots, wide signal, 114 for 4 after 16 overs. I saw a lot of the young West Indies ladies in India at the Chennai Academy. It is missing some young ladies that I would like to be there also, but that's an argument for another day. In these watch-along, I don't mind any argument, especially because it's not the West Indies playing. Fletcher hit Patriots over long on. A fielder gets in, took the catch, Edmire second catch. So Fletcher goes for 60. So Shamar Joseph floored him, and then Patriots picked up the wicket, courtesy of a Edmire catch in the deep. Runs dry up here, a wet Warner Park, said Nigel Brown. It's very wet. Is rain coming again? St. Kitts and Nevis and Patriot. St. Kitts, Nevis and Patriot. 114 for 5. And one of the favorites for the tournament is stomping their class. Yeah, one of the favorites for the tournament. Just gonna check up on the poll. So this poll is much closer than the previous one. Pepper Pot and Crab and Callaloo is leading the way. At this stage, it looks like Pepper Pot and Crab and Callaloo will qualify for the finals. Pepper Pot is at 52%. Crab and Callaloo at 36%. But as you know, we need 100 votes to get we need a minimum of 100 votes. Please hit that thumbs up button. We can get this up to 100. See if we can get this up to 100. Patriots bowls to the right-handed. Abbas, who turns this away down back with a square leg. They'll get 1. They will get 2. And it comes back comfortable for it. 116 for 5. As I said, if you are not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off the live chat and you'll see the thumbs up button. Just click on it and let's get it up to 100. 116 for 5. This definitely not going to pose a threat to the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Probably the biggest threat to the Guyana Amazon Warriors tonight winning this match will definitely be the rain. As Abbas pulled this one into the mid-wicket region, Edmire comes in and laughs, picks up the ball, sends the return in. 117 for 5. A lot of Guyana Amazon Warriors fans are in St. Kitts. Well, you know, St. Kitts is one of the hardest places to get a flight to. So more or less those Guyana Amazon Warriors fans may be living there, or probably they probably took a boat from Antigua. They maybe fly over from Guyana to Antigua and then take a boat to St. Kitts. Well, St. Kitts is really one of the hardest places to get to in the Caribbean. It is. 117 for 5. No, swung away by Abbas. No, Gooley down to wide long on for a single. 118 for 5. Jamor Smalls and Nigel Brown. I am not bashing your country, and I'm just stating it. It's one of the hardest places to get to in the Caribbean. You know, you do not necessarily get flights to there as easy. Joseph softened him up and someone else took him off the pitch. Yes, Jamor Small. Patriots over the wicket, bowls to the right-handed Abbas, who plays it out into the backward point region for a single. 119 now for 5. 118 for 5 after 16.5. There was a shot that you see that shot and that ball went into the boundary. And it just above his wrist. And he was in pain, man. That he's out of cricket for the rest of the year. Don't worry about it. Just pray that he gets back well. You know. Patriots ball short, pulled away, down to the man on the deep mid-wicket boundary, and it goes over his head for 6. 125 for 5. So Gooley short delivery, and Gooley pull it away down over deep mid-wicket for 6. So Gooley, the man who misses out on his West Indies call-up due to visa challenges, and he misses out on that. Yes, so 125 for 5, 3 overs to go after 17 overs. They are 125 for 5. Patriots 2 for 31 from his 3 overs. Let me run through the batting card for you for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Fletcher made 60. Evan Lewis was knocked out of cricket for the rest of the year here by Shamar Joseph. He made 4. Kyle Myers made 7. Riley Russell 12. Alec Atton 9. Jason Older 7. Jail Gooley is not out 8. And Abbas Afridi is not out 10. And we really wish Evan Lewis a very, very speedy recovery. I am very disappointed that he's going to tire back into the attack and Abbas hit this out of the ground for 6. Straight shot, 131 for 5. You know, Evan, when you check it out, you know, man, Evan Lewis is such an unlucky lad. He's very, very unlucky. It's like injury just following the young man. He's very, very unlucky, man. No, man, yeah. Very, very unlucky. Very unlucky. And you know, I was hoping that by going to Nepal and have a good tour of Nepal and then go to New Zealand. Tyre bowls to Abbas and Abbas looked to slash this caught at backward point by Muin Ali. So Tyre again picked up another wicket and he does his usual celebration. He's not running as fast as he used to in the past, but he's still run. And so he has picked up his second wicket, 2 for 25 from 3.2 overs. You know, a few years ago, he would charge towards the pavilion. There's a good Guyana Amazon Warriors fan base in the stand, you know. And so, Tyre, 2 for 25 from his 3.2 overs. Him and Tyre. So, the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots lost their 6th wicket. Abbas Afridi looking to repeat the shot from off the previous deliveries, but it peeled off the bat and goes to Moeen Ali at backward point, and he's gone for 10. It's 131 for 6 after 17.2 overs. They may still get up to 160, and we may have a match. You know, I definitely think so. Yes. Not enough runs on the tin, said Sheldon. Yeah, at this time it looks that way, but because they are effectively 131 for 7. Lewis is not going to come back to bat. Yeah, very unlucky. Very unlucky. I think so too, Sheldon, but if they get up to 160, we could have a match. Tyre bowls to the new batsman Naseem, who played it away down to the field and the backward point boundary. That's Budakesh Moti, it appears to be. One more to the total, 132 for 6. I guess Evan Lewis needs to eat more ackee. Kervin Duncan. Good comeback, Kervin. Good comeback. Good comeback, Kervin. Very good comeback. Very good comeback. Bowls to the left-handed goalie who slapped it down to long off to Shamar, who I think will bowl the next over. Will he bowl the next over or will he bowl the 20th? Shamar Joseph. What do you think in the chat? Shamar next or will he bowl the 20th? It's going to be interesting to see. Shepherd 19th and Shamar 20, or Shamar 19th and Shepherd 20. This is swung away off the inside edge of the bat down to backward square leg for a single. It's now 134 for 6 with 1 to come in over number 18. Gooley comes into strike. Naseem was the one who looked to play a big booming drive just now inside edge of the inner portion of the bat down to backward square leg for a single. Tyre comes in, bowls to Gooley, who worked this down to long on for another run. The score goes up to 135 for 6. Kevlin Anderson just lobbed the return in at the bowler's end. 135 for 6 after 18 overs. So it looks like Pepper Pot will be winning this one, and Crab and Callaloo will definitely be second. And Crab and Callaloo is at 35%. So they are ahead of the 23% from green fig and saltfish. You know, fungi and pepper pot. I would love somebody from Antigua. I think it's Antigua. Yeah, I think it's Antigua. Fungi and pepper pot to tell me what's that all about. I would definitely love someone to tell me about it. So Pepper Pot is winning and Crab and Callaloo is second. Patriots, number 19, bowls to the left-handed goalie who slapped it down wide of long off. The fielder goes to his right, Kemo Paul, and sends the return in. So Kemo Paul is clearly playing as a batsman here. 137 for 6. So he will probably bat at 3. We still need 25 more votes. We are looking to get 25 more votes, and we are looking to get 100 likes. Round the wicket, Pretorius bowls to Gooley, and Gooley slapped this down towards Kemo Paul. He has work to do. He comes around, cannot get there. That's not Paul. That was too far from Paul. I think that was Moti. So Moti could not get there. The score goes up to 141 for 6. If they can just somehow find a way to get it up to 160, you know, 10 deliveries to go. They need 19. So 2 runs a ball from here, they will get up to 160. So Pretorius was back off a length, and he hit it high in the air down towards the cover boundary. It bunks twice and goes into the boundary for 4. So Gooley here, 16 from 8 deliveries. He was one of the players that impressed in the breakout league. So good to have him. Oh, Kima Paul is a sub. Thank you very much. Pitched up outside the half stump through to the wicket keeper, and there's no run. So more Guyanese than Kittian in the park, said Nigel Brown. Very interesting. Very interesting, Nigel Brown. So, wow. I can't talk too much about the Patriots. I surrounded by warriors, said Jamor Small. Boy, you guys are having a difficult time. As that one is inside edge, past the keeper down to the boundary for 4. So Gooley came across his stump looking to play a big drive. He inside edge it, past the keeper who was wrong-footed, Shea Hope, and it goes down to the boundary behind him for 4. The Guyanese flags are waving away at Warner Park in St. Kitts and Nevis. You know that Hope should have stopped that though. He should have stopped it. 145 for 6, 18.4 overs bowled. Gooley's on 20 from 10. He's playing a good looking knock here now. So there's a short third man and a short fine leg. Patriots round the wicket wide. Wide signal. It's 146 for 6. Good from Gooley. He saw that it was wide. Go back to your mark, Patriots. It was wide. Why are you arguing with the umpire? Go back to your mark, boy. Kurt Baker said 100% Guyana will win. Well, let's see. And so Kervin Duncan is saying that Kima Paul is a sub. Well, I think I read those two already. So Gooley down the pitch, hit it in the air, dunks towards Etmire, who collects it on the bunks. It's 147 for 6. One delivery to come. So this is a free hit for Naseem. A free hit for Naseem. Well, Kurt Baker or Barker. It will be next. It will be interesting. Kima Paul is a sub. Tremel Clark is saying, share next. You need to say more, Tremel Clark. I wouldn't understand. Share next. Nigel Brown said 3 for 80. This is a free swing now for Naseem as Patriots comes in now. He's over the wicket to bowl to Naseem. He's in balls to Naseem and he hit this high in the air. I'm going to ban you from the chat, Nigel Brown. Why are you ahead of me? Nigel Brown, why are you giving trouble? So Naseem goes as he hit it high in the air down towards mid-wicket. Hetmeyer came in, took a low catch, and it's 147 for 7. But it was always going to be a free hit. Gooley now needs to get 13 out of this over. 147 for 7. So Tremel, I'm not going to understand what you mean by share next. Wow, so Crab and Callaloo is giving Pepper Pot a run for its money. 40 to 49%. So Crab and Callaloo is which country Crab and Callaloo from again? I don't even remember myself. Well, it's good. Well, I don't even remember myself. It's going to be interesting though. Going to be very, very interesting. At the change of the innings now, we will put up the 3 finalists. At this stage, it looks like it's Aki and Saltfish, Crab and Callaloo, and Pepper Pot that is going to be the 3 finalists. Someone did say that they have a poll for me, a controversial poll. I would love to hear it. Who was the one that said it? I don't remember. Is Shamar Joseph bowls to Gooley, played it out to mid wicket, and they will come back for 2. Is leg by or is it run? We're going to wait on the signal, 2 runs. So the score moves up now to 149 for 7. 5 deliveries to go in the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriot innings. 5 deliveries to go. Fungi and Pepper Pot. Somebody tell me about Fungi and Pepper Pot now. That's my next West Indies captain, said Kerp and Duncan. Nigel Brown, but then I know what you mean. Kervin Duncan said, that's my next West Indies captain, me. All right. But not controversial. I don't know the last two. Right. But Kervin Duncan think that Edmire is the next West Indies captain. I don't think so. But everyone is entitled to their opinion. Yeah? So Sheldon Simmons said that Edmire can't captain Guyana Amazon Warriors or Guyana. How can he captain West Indies? Yeah, those are my exact thoughts, Sherwin. You know, he needs to captain Guyana Amazon Warriors first, or West Indies, or captain a few franchise team, a few of the franchise team that he played for, that he plays for. You need to captain a few of them. Ideally, the best thing for him to do is to captain Guyana Amazon Warriors or Guyana RP Eagles, you know, and that would be a start. But yeah, so those are my exact thoughts, Sheldon Smith. He needs to start somewhere first before he gets the West Indies captaincy. Athena said, Mr. 10 ball. Is Mr. 10 ball. Let's watch now as he comes in now over the wicket. Bowls to Hedge caught. Good catch. Good catch that by Shea Hope. 150 for 8. Mr. 10 ball. I don't understand. I don't understand, Athena. Kervin Duncan is saying Shea Hope never captained Barbados. I don't think that's the truth. I don't think that is compatible with the truth. Fungi and Pepper Pot, I don't think that is compatible with the reality, Kervin Duncan. Nigel Brown is telling us that fungi and pepper pot is cornmeal, turn corn with pepper pot. Okay, so cornmeal, turn corn with pepper pot. So what's the difference between cornmeal and turn corn? Nigel Brown, what's the difference? I'm trying to get an understanding. Is it turn cornmeal with pepper pot? Because you have cornmeal and then you have turn corn. So I'm wondering if it is turn cornmeal with pepper pot you are trying to say. And what is pepper pot? Somebody give me an idea of what is pepper pot now, please. Is it that it is like a form of soup that is very hot with a lot of maybe different meats in it and so on, well seasoned or so on? Somebody give me an idea of what the pepper pot is. So, good evening, Sherwin. Oh, okay, Etty. Okay, Athena, I get you. You know, there's a running joke, there's a running banter in this chat and in this community. There's a running banter that Edmire does about 10 deliveries. 151 for 8. Shamar, final delivery of the innings, dug out the Yorker. That was Gooley down to the man on the mid-wicket boundary. They have to come back for 2. Yes, the return comes in from Edmire. Poor return. So the score ends at 153 for 8. Gooley makes a nice 24. Salam Akil not out 1. So 154 will be what the Guyana Amazon Warriors will require to win. 154. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they can get up to 154. I will back them to get up to 154, no doubt. But it's going to be very interesting to see. Think it's a Trinity thing. Think it's a Trinity thing. What? Pepper pot? Oh, you mean Shamar? Oh, Shamar would bowl the last over. Thank you. Yeah, I got it now. So Barrett D. But the thing is that we are not in agreement with Raston Chase being the West Indies captain either. So I get your point, but we are not in agreement with that. Something is how we prepare the cornmeal. Okay. She meant Etty is a Athena is no Athena name. I think Athena. Well, I won't tell you his name, but Athena is a male, you know. But he used. I think Athena is probably a name that is special to him. Maybe someone in his life that is special and he used it. But Athena is a male. Yeah, I got it. The running joke, Fleming, where when Etty come, there's always a poll if Etma is going to face 10 balls today. Yeah. I'm Sherwin think that Guyana will win in 16 overs. Thank you, Sherwin. I'll be back with the second half of the tournament. In the meantime, let's watch some action from the closing action from the second T20 between West Indies and Pakistan in Florida.
For LBW, the original decision is not out. I've checked the bowler's speed. It's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on, please? All right. There doesn't appear to be any bat involved. I'll need Ultra Edge to confirm. Ultra Edge coming up. Gap between bat and ball, flat line up Ultra Edge. There is no bat involved.
The ball hit the man outside the leg stump. That's why them desperate.
Original decision not out. Pitching outside leg, ready to go back on the field to Gregory.
Test number 6 come. Right, test number 6 that one. Shot you from Cartino. Watch this. Look here, man. We have all the confidence that Cartino play some big shot and win the match. So Bobby got to get it work. Win because we are going 2-6 at this moment. Don't worry. Alright, that's silent. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Stroke come back in there. Yeah, it's a run stroke. Come on, let it be a no ball. Come on, let us see. Yeah. Yes, no ball. 3. hope they understand the cricket now that if they don't get the boundary, no matter what, they have to come back for 2. So at least there will be a super over. They must understand that.
So, welcome back to the live watch along of the Guyana Amazon Warriors versus St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots CPL match 2025, the second match of the tournament. McDermott and Anderson is opening. Kyle Myers over the wicket. Bowls to McDermott, who places down back the inside of the pitch. Myers scrambled across and diverted to the field at short mid-wicket, and there's no run. Just now you saw Myers pulling down his shirt, trying to make his shirt look big, so that trying to hide that tummy that is growing, But you don't need to hide it, Myers. It's yours. I mean, if you are ashamed of it, you do something about it. Myers over the wicket, bowls to McDermott, who turned this away down to the field off the backward square leg boundary. Guyana Amazon Warriors are up and running. They are one without loss after 3 deliveries. So 1 without loss after 3 deliveries. Thank you very much, Barrett D. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, really. Thank you. Thank you, Barrett D. It got strong northern breeze blowing, depending on the angle how you hit the ball in the air, it could be out. Myers to Anderson played it down the inside of the pitch. Myers skips the cross about on the 3rd pitch. So if the pitch that they are playing on, you have another pitch and you have another pitch. And that's where Myers picked up that ball and there was no run. Just about probably 2/3 of the way down from the batsman on the 3rd pitch, he picked it up. So Myers in his first over, none for 1 from 4 deliveries. He's on his way now. A short 3rd man, bowls to Anderson, who clipped this down to long on. They run hard for the first one, as the long on fielder had was to move to his right and comes in. He did well and cut the angle, 2 without loss after 5 deliveries. So thank you for that update. Jamor Small, who's telling us that the breeze, there's a strong northern breeze blowing, and depending on the angle, you could be in some trouble if you hit against the breeze. Thank you very much, Jamor Small. Myers bowled to McDermott. He went for the scoop, but he's taken on the pad. The ball goes out to mid-wicket. 2 without loss at the end of over number 1. Remind you that they are chasing 154 to win this match. 154 the Guyana Amazon Warriors need to win this match. So, yes, so as Jamor Small is telling us, the breeze is a strong northerly. Pepper pot is a soup made with the heart of leaf and dasheen and other greens. I got it. I know it. No, I know it. I know exactly what it is, Gel Levy. I know it. Thank you very much. I'm trying to what they call it in Jamaica. Those persons in Jamaica, you know that when with the art, you take out the art of the dasheen, I think they take out, or something like that, and they make it with susumba and other things there, and dasheen and so on. Faruqi bowls caught at slip, and this goes. Caught by Jason Older's slip. The left arm seamer from Afghanistan over the wicket, and the poke at it. Edge found. Older took the catch at first slip. Guyana Amazon Warriors 2 for 1. Anderson gone for 1. When I heard the name McDermott, I remember the Australian cricket player back in the 1990s. Yes, I remember Craig McDermott. Mr. Casanova, Craig McDermott was the wicket where Anderson stretch at that one. He probably could have allowed it to go through, didn't he? Couldn't he? Remember, Mr. Casanova, Craig McDermott was the wicket that Courtney Walsh got. Juna Murray took the catch when West Indies won that match by 1 run at Adelaide, and Craig McDermott, Walsh lick off his gloves, threw to the wicketkeeper Murray, and West Indies won the match by 1 run. You remember that match, Mr. Casanova? Yes, so Craig McDermott was the fast bowler. Incidentally, Craig McDermott is the first bowler I saw use the slow ball, Yeah. Yes. I remember seeing a video where Alan Barder is batting I bad him up. Like him that say, bowl under the short ball and see if you're not on the next flight to Australia. The man that it's serious, you know. Yes. My guess is that Fletcher knock will be the deciding factor in this match, said Leroy George. Faruqi over the wicket bowls to the new batsman Shea Hope, who played it to the Gooley in the covers, and there's no run. So Leroy George. Dominicans call it Callaloo. Okay, yes, Shirley Samuels. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome. Where's Patrick Lambert? Where's Patrick Lambert? Yes. This is a good catch by Lazy Older, you know, good catch by Jason Older. Pepper pot is Guyana, is a meal dish curried with cassava extract. So Sheldon Smith says, pepper pot in Guyana is a meal dish cured with cassava extract. Turn away by Shea Hope down to the boundary for 4. Fine leg boundary. As Faruqi, the left arm seamer over the wicket, straight on his pad, and he clipped it away down to the fine leg boundary for 4. 6 for 1 Guyana Amazon Warriors. Big up yourself, Shirley Samuels. Happy to have you here. Erwin Thomas is saying, Jen Levy, where does the pepper pot you describe originated? All right, so Jen Levy, Erwin, so tell us about your pepper pot, no man. Tell us about your pepper pot. Faruqi over the wicket bowls to Shea Hope, and that ball comes back into him, but he works it down to middle, and the field has to move to his right. 1 more to the total. 7 for 1 after 1.4 overs. So I'm going to check on the poll because it looks like the poll is eating up. So it's a close battle between Hacky and Saltfish and Pepper Pot. They are 36 each, and Crab and Callaloo is in the mix with 27. So it's a very, very close battle here, and I love this. I'm very glad to see this. I'm glad to see that it is close. I hope we'll get more than 200 votes, and then it will be a real big deciding factor. Faruqi bowls to the right, and then Hope, who plays it down to middle. And overthrow here. Did they? Let's check. No, they did not get it. 8 it is for 1. 8 for 1 after 1.5 overs. So McDermott is on 2. Shea Hope is on 5. He will keep the strike. So this is going to be a very, very close one. Is indeed. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button. And if you are not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off the live chat and you'll see the thumbs up button and just hit it. The batsman would have made his ground. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Faruqi bowls to Shea Hope, who places to middle, and there is no run. 8 for 1 at the end of over number 2. So I love how St. Kitts and Nevis has multiple people in the slips. Not playing enough test cricket has made many Caribbean batsmen unable to deal with this field placing. Leroy George, you said not it's not about the number of fielders in the slip. It's the one that you said not playing enough test cricket. And when I heard persons with that comment, I always ask them, how many test matches that West Indies played over the last 3 years? Short from Myers, pulled away down to backward square leg for 4. 12 for 1 after 2.1. That's McDermott, so it was short, and he pulled it away down to backward square leg for 4. And I asked them, how many test matches has West Indies played over the last 3 years? And then pick any 3 years during our glory period and compare those 3 years to the last 3 years and how the test match stack up. Bless up, Willow Will. How you doing, man? I sure saw you somewhere else, Willow Will. Myers bowled to McDermott and he scooped it over fine leg for 6. Oh, brilliant. Oh, it dropped. Oh, that Guyana Amazon Warriors fan dropped a sitter in the stand. It was a sitter. You should have catched that. It was an absolute sitter. He should have catch it. So you just scoop it away, down over long leg for 6. And the fan in the stands dropped to sitter. Kervin is asking me what's my favorite dish. As Myers bowls to McDermott and he hit this one. It was a half volley outside the half stump, but he lost his shape and hit it down to long on for a single. We saw that so often with our West Indies batsmen. McDermott, by the way, I think is an Australian. You see? I think so. 13 of 8 deliveries. Shea Hope, the West Indies white ball captain, comes into strike. He is on 5 from 4. Let's watch as Kyle Myers, his fellow Barbadian, comes in. Bowls to Myers, and he's off the back foot. That's Myers to Hope. Hope cannot beat cover point. The score remains at 19 for 1. 2 deliveries to come in over number 3. Remind you that the Guyana Amazon Warriors need 154 to win. Dr. Bro, it's green soup in Jamaica, said Jel Levy. Myers bowls to Hope. Hope turned this away. 2 long on, and they gone for 1. They come back for 2. The score goes up now to 21 for 1. West Indies have been playing test cricket. Our best batsmen have not. Nobody asked you a question. I asked you, could you answer the question? But who are our best batsmen? To the best of my knowledge and what I saw, our best batsmen are playing test cricket. Who is it that is not playing test cricket that is better than those who are playing? Yes. Fleming is saying, Leroy George, who is it that is not playing test cricket that is better than those who are playing? 150 plus is already on the board. So this game is well alive until Guyana makes the runs. That is true, Fleming. It's time for Patriots to slow down the run rate, said Jamor Small, who is worried, very worried. So yes, Leroy George, tell me which one of our batsmen which batsman that is that there's out there who is not playing test cricket that is better than those who are playing. McDermott could be Craig McDermott's son. What's his first name? Because Ben and Alistair McDermott is his son. I think it's Ben McDermott, his name, you know. Almost certain that is Ben McDermott is his name. His name is Ben McDermott. Yes, Craig McDermott is his father and Alistair McDermott is his brother. Yes, so you're right. You're right, Mr. Casanova 1. Craig McDermott is Ben McDermott's father and Alistair McDermott is his brother. Yes, so thank you for pointing that out to us. Inside edge past the keeper down to the boundary for 4. McDermott moves up to 21. It's 29 now for 1. So there was Faruqi bowling a full toss. Shea Hope looks to hit it through the McDermott looks to hit it through the covers. They got the inside edge and down to the fine leg boundary for 4. So the camera spun to Jason Holder. Maybe it's time for Jason Holder to come into the attack now before this game is taken away from them. So I appreciate that, Mr. Casanova. Over the wicket, bowls, plays it down the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. Joseph Isaacs, good night. How are you? Big up yourself, man, over there in the United States of America. So, 29 for 1. McDermott is on 21. Hope is on 7. I can't engage in those speculation, Leroy George. For me, batsman goes by the numbers. So I'm not going to one who's going to engage in those type of conversation. Batting is numbers, is runs. As that one is slapped away by McDermott down to the cover boundary for 4, he moves up to 25. This score is now 33 for 1 after 3.4. So, you know, so I'm not, you know, Fletcher and Rutherford not playing Test cricket. What do you use to judge that they can play Test cricket? They don't play red ball cricket. So what do you use to judge that they can play Test cricket? At least Chase and Hope used to play it, and Chase was played in our regional 4-day tournament this year. Hope played in it too. Hope was playing county cricket last year or the year before. So at least they were playing red ball cricket. And they have a record in red ball cricket. As McDermott gave himself room and hit Farourke out of the ground for 6. He just gave himself room, swung through the line, and it's clear out of the ground for 6. Its score moves up to 39 for 1. He's on 31. You know, so at least those guys were playing some form of red ball cricket. They have a record in red ball cricket. You know, you're bringing up name of persons who have never played red ball cricket. So all you know that they're better than, you know. I'm not in that type of conversation. So what you said, he has an average of 16 ODI cricket, not red ball cricket, man. You know, I'm not in those type of conversation. I want real. Who in a boy where you long out your tongue on TV for? Who want to see your tongue? Go away. What happened to Shamar Brooks for the red ball team? Is he playing for Barbados? You're calling for person for the West Indies team who's not playing for Barbados, man. So if you can't make Barbados team, how are you going to make West Indies team? You know? At least Hope, Chase, and King did play for their respective country. Eh? Bowls after front foot strokes it out to the man at cover and they go through for a quick single. Erwin Thomas is saying, Guyanese pepper pot is a dish of mixed meats in a sauce made from cassava extract flavor with cinnamon, clove, and other spices. Yeah, Erwin Thomas, I have a better picture of it right now. I figure it was something like that, but you bring clarity. Based on what someone said earlier, I figured that it was something like that, but your description have brought clear clarity. And it's the national dish of Guyana, right? It's a dish of mixed meats in sauce made from cassava extract flavored with cinnamon, clove, and other spices. Good. Nigel Wilbert is saying, we in the West Indies always branded players one-day players, and those same guys, I believe, if given a fair opportunity, can be very good. I don't know what you're talking about, we, Nigel. I think you should say hi, because it's you making the statement. So I don't know how you have that authority to say, make that generalization statement to say we in the Caribbean. I don't know where that authority was given unto you for you to broadside the people of the Caribbean like that and say we in the Caribbean. I think you should really give your opinion, what you think, but you are classifying us as we in the Caribbean. Always give persons the designation of one-day player, and I don't know who did that. But the question I continue to ask is, show me their record in red ball cricket. That's the question I'm continuing to ask. Show me their record in red ball cricket. Which one of them turn up to their regional board for example, let's use Rutherford. Has Rutherford gone to the Guyana Cricket Board and said, I want to play some red ball cricket? When he was contacted by Sarwan, what did he say to Sarwan? When Sarwan invited him to come and play some red ball cricket, what was his reply? So, you know, so when you come here with some concrete argument that is going to, that reflects the reality. Don't just throw out something because you can throw out a name. You know? Patriots making me want to take another Driggs Edge more small. You know? 44 for 1. Farouk, this is Naseem Shah, the Pakistani fast bowler. McDermott is on 36, Hope is on 7. So just don't come and throw out something. Come with something that one can at least have a sense of reality, and it's not abstract. And it's bang away down to the cover boundary by McDermott for 4 more. So he moves up to 40. And Guyana Amazon Warriors are rollicking along here now on 48 for 1. I will say it again. West Indies need a man like Blackwood to come in and shake up the bowlers. I don't think Blackwood can do that at this time. You know, Blackwood, no. I think when he was dropped, he should not have been dropped. But I wouldn't have him near West Indies team right now. To be honest, he needs to make runs in the regional 4-day tournament. Pepper pot is different meats boiled down with Nigel Brown. So let's check on the poll though. Let's check on the poll to see where the poll is. So it's still very close. There's a plurality. There are plurality said that Aki and Salfish, but there's not a majority. Over the wicket, ball short, pull, misses, goes through to the keeper. McDermott on his knees, Naseem Shah turn around, appeal, but nothing doing. End of over number 5, 48 for 1. Remind you that the target, that delivery was quick, 139, almost touching 140. So Pepper Potter move ahead of Aki and Salfish by just 1 point. So it's going to be interesting. We're still at 120 votes, but we want to get it up to 200 votes. We want to get the likes also up to 200 votes, 200 likes. We are just at 91, so we are way behind. So each time you vote on the poll, you just click on the thumbs up button at the same time. So for the first time, Pepper Pot has gone into the lead. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happened at the end of the night, to see which is the most popular dish in the Caribbean. Thank you very much, Athena. Please hit the like button. I could go on record and say not one of our ODI player could come into the test team and average over 30 in 10 matches. Way too much deficiencies in their techniques that they get away with in ODI. Yeah, you know, the biggest example, we have to, as Sheo hit this over the top down to the boundary for 4. They can't bowl to these Guyana Amazon Warriors batsmen. The flag is waving in the ground. We have 2 prime example right now, Michael Douglas, you know, 2 prime example. The biggest of those is Shea Hope. Shea Hope for years I've averaged 50, and his average is around 50 in ODI cricket for years. For years, we all know that. I think there was a time when his average dropped to 49, I think 49.63 drop. And, you know, Roger Tracy from Massive Hit TV, you know, I was telling him that Shea Hope average is 50, and he said to me, no, it's 49.63. So I leave it there. You know, I leave it there. You know, but so I said to him, Shea Hope average was 50. He said to me, no, it's 49.63. But in the first ODI, Shea Hope's strike rate was 71. And I think Rizwan was 76 and Barbara Azam was 72. But then he said to me that all three of them are the same strike rate. So I don't understand the inconsistency there, you know. Because he said, when I said to him that Shea Hope averages 49.63, it was 50. He said, no, it was 49.63. But a few days ago, he was prepared to say that Shea Hope, who had a strike rate of 71 in the match, and Barbara Azam, who has a strike rate of 72, and Rizwan, who have a strike rate of 76. He was prepared to say they were the same average. But 49.63 isn't 50. So here's a chance for a run out. We're going to check it and see. 53 for 1. He's my good friend, man, so that's why I can nigger him. Yeah, I can need Roger Tracy. He's my good friend. I'm not bashing him. I'm just needing him. Just bantering him, you know. It's a different thing, man. Kervin Duncan is saying, how come Roti never make the list? Because it's not a national dish of any country. That's why it never made the list. It's not a part of the national dish of any country. Thing is too, the white ball don't swing as much as the red ball. So when you guys like plays test, he struggled because of the moving ball into him and the short ball also. Yes, Mr. Casanova won. Yes, so so the point I was making, which is really the substantive point, away from the banter now with Raja. Away from the banter. For years, Shea Hope averages 50 in ODI cricket. But yet still, in one day, in test cricket, his average is 25. So it just goes to show that it doesn't mean because you are good in one format, it means then that you will be good in another format. You know, because if you look at Shea Hope, even right now, he played 42 test matches and his average is 24.52. 41 test matches, his average is 24.52. And ODI, he played 142 ODI and his average is 54.24. You know, so 54.24, that means you're a great ODI batsman, you know. You're an absolute great ODI batsman. 54 for 1. So in ODI cricket, Shea Hope is a great ODI batsman. In Test cricket, Shea Hope 24.52. That means is a mediocre Test batsman. Jason Holder bowls to McDermott, plays it down to mid-wicket, and they got a singer. He goes up to 42. The score goes up to 55 for 1. 55 for 1. So he's a mediocre Test batsman in 41 tests. 142 ODI. You know, 50.24. Great ODI batsman. So you telling me that Rutherford averages 60 in one day international cricket doesn't mean anything to me. You need to show me what he has done in red ball cricket. And he has done nothing. So he needs to come and play some red ball cricket to show that he can play. Over the wicket come Holder bowls to the batsman. That's Hope, who turn it away down to fine leg for 4. The score goes up now to 59 for 1. 59 for 1 after 5.2 overs. Man, I'm sure you are a lawyer. Quick thinker. No, man, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not that bright to be a lawyer, boss. If St. Kitts don't start taking wickets now, Holder over the wicket, bowls to Hope. Hope stand tall and played it out into the covers, and there is no run. Done on 15 overs, they have to bowl out Guyana to win. The thing about it, Sherwin did say that Guyana Amazon Warriors is going to win in what, 16 or 15 overs, something like that. So Sherwin is probably going to be right again. Rain Grudge now is saying that Etmire played 16 tests with an average of 28 and 31 in ODI, which is on par with most of our current batsmen. I love this, I love this because it gives me an opportunity to give you an idea of my mind work. So 59 for 1 or 5.4 overs. Let's watch now. Over the wicket, balls pulled away down to wide long on for a single. 60 for 1. 60 for 1 with one delivery to come in the power play. As the power play finished. That's why J.C. Holder is a wily captain, He waits until the power play finish before he comes on. So we are in over number 7 and they are 60 for 1. So let's watch now as runs on the board is runs on the board. This score is not easy. All the balls to turn away down to fine leg again. And they keep on straying on the batsman pad. And when they do that, they just clipped it away for 4. It's 64 for 1 after 7 overs. Matt Dermott is on 46. Shea Hope is on 17. Matt Dermott was the one that played the shot just now. So, Wayne Grudge, Etmire, 16 test matches, averaging 28. And, yeah, that's where the West Indies test team that played the 3rd test match against Australia, 28 is higher than an average of 28 is higher than any one of those batsmen that played in that test match. Average of 28. Right? So you look at that and you look at Etmire and say, well, Etmire averaged more than these guys. Salam Akil bowls to Shea Hope and he bangs it over cover head down to the boundary for 4. 68 now for 1. The Guyana Amazon Warriors begin to charge. But then what you don't look at, Wayne Grudge, and which I want you to look at, what was his average in his last 5 test matches? So, the overall average is one thing. So that is what you call Shea Hope swung this over deep mid-wicket for 6. 74 for 1. He begins to motor. So that is what you call a Google search. And you come up with these numbers. But after you do the Google search, you now need to research. So one is a Google search, but then now you need to research to get a better understanding of the numbers. So on the face of it, his 28 average is higher than any other West Indies batsman that played in the 3rd test against Australia. But when you do some research now, then you'll come up with the numbers from his last 5 to 8 test matches. And then probably you will get a different picture. Balls to Hope. Salam Akili goes deep in his crease, played it to mid-wicket, and they get a single, 75 for 1. Hope struggle against Australia and ODI because the Aziz figure him out. The T20 World Cup will start in February of 2026. Do you know when the West Indies will select the World Cup squad? Said Never Isaac. Good evening to you, Never Isaac. Big up yourself, man. Respect to you, Never Isaac. It's because you said the T20 World Cup will start in February of 2026. And I'm trying to remember if it's going to start that early. So that's why I paused there, never as that. You're sure that you're sure that you're sure never Isaac. So Leroy George is now in. So you're introducing a different argument, Leroy George. So we don't need to, it's a different issue now you're raising. Yeah. So I when I'm discussing something, I stick to what I'm discussing. I don't keep on introducing new points because it's like the goalpost has been moved. Jamor Small want them to slow down the run rate. Game far from over, said Sheldon Smith. 77 for 1. It's over, Sheldon Smith. It's definitely over. So I think so, Sheldon Smith. Mr. Casanova is saying that the squad may get picked December around Christmas. Still too early for the squad. Yeah, because we are going to play, I think, 5 ODI against New Zealand. And then we are going to play some ODI against South Africa too. I think so. I will double check to make sure that I get that right. Yes, so 5 ODI against New Zealand. 5 T20, sorry. 5 T20, 3 ODI, and 2 test matches against New Zealand. So 5 T20, 3 ODI, 2 test matches against 3 test matches. Let me go again. 5-3-3. 5 T20, 3 ODI, and 3 test matches against New Zealand. And then we play 5 T20 against South Africa in the back part of January heading into February. 5 T20. So that's at least 10 T20 more matches that we have to play. So Mr. Casanova, then Never Isaac is right that the T20 World Cup is in. As this one is scooped away down to fine leg by Matt Dermott for 4, he moves up to 50, 82 for 1. All right, yes. So we'll be playing 5 T20 International, 3 ODIs, and 3 tests against New Zealand, and starting in November. And after that, we go to South Africa to the back end of January, and we play 5 T20 internationals in South Africa. The back end of January to the first week or so in February. The 3rd test in New Zealand is going to start in December, So the first test starts. The tests are back to back to back. So there's practically no break between the tests. 1st, 9th, and 17th are the start dates for the tests. All 3 will be in December. The 1st of December, the 9th of December, and the 17th of December. So that will follow the 3 ODI, which ends on the 21st of November. There'll be a warm-up match. Older bowls to Matt Dermott, who plays this down wide of long on for 1. He moves up to 52. The score is 82 for 1 after 8.5 overs. 84 for 1 after 8.5 overs. They got 2. I didn't know that they could come back for 2, but I guess the wind have blown out of the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots sail. Hetty was good for the first 3 to 4 years. After that, he has not done justice to his talent, said Sheldon Smith. And so thank you, Sheldon Smith, for that comment. 85 for 1. Oh, it's a long time I haven't seen SOS Music Labor. Welcome, Darren Sameloya. How you doing, man? You must be a happy man this evening and in a better good mood. Good night to you too. I hope you all see the flaws in the batsman they gave to Darren Sammy. But Darren Sammy has the responsibility to improve those flaws. It's not something that we have not. No one is saying that the West Indies team is not poor enough. No one. All right. So SL Music Labor, you know that I always use the education thing, right? So let's use the education thing now. You know that CXC result came out today. And you know that, so the match result last year, 40, what was it? Oh, I'm trying to get the data here. That played away down to long. And I know most persons are interested in CXC result. By the way, I'm a pro Jamaican because in most of the subjects, like English and mathematics, Jamaica performance is higher than the Caribbean average. So I'm not saying that I don't have the data to say whether Jamaica was a top performing Caribbean country. I'm not saying that. I don't have that data yet. They may well be, they may well be not. But what the data is showing that Jamaica performance is higher than the average in the Caribbean. I want to give you the exact number for mathematics. Where can I find that? I'm trying to find it. And one of you can go on the CXC portal for me, please. Go on the CXC portal, and I'll be very happy that if you can go on the CXC portal and bring up the result. Michael Douglas, go on the CXC portal for me and bring up the result. All right. All right, so, all right, this one. All right, so in mathematics, SOS Music Label, 44%. That one hit for 6, 93 now for 1. So Matt Dermott is on 61 and Hope is on 31. So 44% of the students from Jamaica that sat maths in CXC pass. 44%. That is poor. Poor. Well, you know what? SOS Music Labor, last year, it was, I think, 41%. Turn away down to find like for 4 more. So 4 more to Matt Dermott is on 65. It's now 97 for 1. So last year it was 41, which was poor. The 44 is poor, but 44 is an improvement on 43. When Darren Sammy took over the West Indies team, and remember that he's a sole selector, so you cannot talk about what them give him. He picked these players. He picked the players. He has a final say. The director of cricket said that on the cricket forum. He has the final say. So don't come here and talk about hit away over long on for 6 more. He moves up now to 103 is the total. And so he should move up to 73, I think, because he was on 67 or was it 65? The score is not on, the individual scores are not on the board, but it's 103 for 1. So he's on 71, he was on 65. So don't come here and talk about what they gave Sammy. Sammy picked the team. Don't be disingenuous. Sammy picked the team. But instead of the batsman average improving, it is regressing. Those are the facts. Whether you like it or not, those are the facts. Fact 1, Sammy picked the team. Fact 2 is that them give Sammy the batsman. Sammy pick who he wants. So what you say is not compatible with the reality. And fact 3 is that the batsmen under Sammy are getting worse in Test cricket. 3 facts. 3. Look like the Guyana looking like they are going for it. They are going to win this very, very, very easily. They are going to win this very, very easily. You know, so I guess, you know, Shubman Gill, Harry Brook. Name some more batsmen. Lovely shot by McDermott. He's taking this ball into pieces, you know. Who is that? Can't bowl to him. 75 Vs now from 38 deliveries. Is he looking to make 100 here? 101, 107 for 1. So they need 47, need 25. So he's going to get it as long as he's there. So, you know, persons are always finding all sort of excuse. What's the first? 154 they made, I think, 154. Brian. Mikel, another Australian having fun at Warner Park, said Mikel Douglas. Yes. How did Johnson Charles play over Batsman against Australia? Did Johnson Charles play against Australia? I don't remember if Johnson Charles played against Australia. Did he? But then again, that's for the coach. I couldn't explain it. But yeah, but the thing again, SOS music label. So persons are saying that like Leroy George. Leroy George really needs to start, you know, add some more clarity and some more deepness to his comments, because he's gonna say that Hope and Etmire is playing too much white ball cricket. That's why they are not progressing in Test cricket. So, oh, Harry Brook doing it. Oh, Shubman Gill doing it. Oh, Kevin Williamson doing it. Oh, Baba Azam doing it. Oh, Rizwan doing it. I don't understand. What's so special? You know, come on, man. Make some deeper comment. Make some deeper comment, man. Yeah, so Mikel, he never played against Australia, as I thought. Only one match against Pakistan. And according to the director of cricket, why he played that one match is because they just couldn't get anybody else to play the one match, because they couldn't get Atton out of St. Kitts and time, but I'm sure that I saw Atton at the match. My mayors of the so-called visa issues, which we don't know as yet. We don't know if it is true. And then Fletcher had a death in his family, and so it was just a matter that is who could have reached Florida on time. That I think something like that's the director of cricket said, because all the issues and the mitigating circumstances is who could have reached Florida on time, why Johnson Charles played that match. Yes. Thank you for the clarity, Mikel Douglas, as I suspected. Larry Prince is saying, I'm looking forward for the series against New Zealand. We'll see the end of Test captain career, and the captain going forward will be Joshua Da Silva, the end of Hope Test career. Larry Prince, how I look at it, and this is, I'm not telling anyone to be like me, because I'm just me, and I don't really ask in persons to be like me. I want everyone to be themselves. Like, I appreciate when persons allow me to be myself. But how I look at it, I can't make that comment, because when the West Indies team go to New Zealand, whosoever takes the field in New Zealand, I want them to do well. Salam Akil over the wicket, bowls to Hope. Hope comes forward and play a test match forward defensive shot back to the bowler down the off side of the pitch. 107 for 1. So that's how I look at it. Whosoever takes the field in New Zealand, I want them to do well, because I want West Indies to win. So I never want a West Indies player to fail. Never. Hope deep in his crease, turn that away down to long on for 1. Are they back for 2? Yes, they come back for 2. 109 for 1. And when I say West Indies player, I mean West Indies. for me, there are West Indies player when they are representing the West Indies. So right now, there's no West Indies player for me. That's how I look at it. None. Because the West Indies team is not active. So there becomes West Indies players when the team becomes active. So for me right now, so whosoever I pick to play for the West Indies, I always want them to succeed. And, you know, so I am not going to say that you shouldn't make your statement, but those statements are not the ones that I make. Thank you, Mikel, for reminding us that King and Hope open against. Swung away by Shea Hope over deep mid-wicket for 6. He moves up to 39. 115 for 1. The Guyana Amazon Warriors looking awesome here tonight. So Star Hillary said, let's talk about the inconsistency in West Indies cricket. That's the point. Well, bring it up, please. You know, bring it up, please. Don't care who they play. What's the point? What's the point you're trying to make, Leroy Brooks? I don't know the point you're trying to make, so I can't react to that. Don't care who they play, same results. And Michael Douglas, you know, look at how busy McDermott is at the crease. Our batsmen will sit back and soak up pressure and try the same shot over and over with no result. A very good point that. And you hope that our younger batsmen are looking at somebody like McDermott now. Michael Douglas, very good point. He's on 77. Sam Akil comes in, bowls to him, and he's out caught. He's out caught at point by Atton as he looks to reverse sweep, and he hit it straight to Atton, and he took it on the second attempt. 116 for 2. Gone for 75 from 38 deliveries. Michael Douglas, just as I read your comment, you know, so where the groundsman to bump into the light switch, said Jamor Small. That's a good one, eh? That's a very good one, Jamor Small. That's a very good one. The field setting is poor, in my opinion. It's outside frame. So here's Leroy Judge. My point has always been that if you play much more white ball cricket than red ball cricket, your ability to bat in red ball will be reduced. And whose responsibility is that? If that's your point, Leroy Judge, whose responsibility is that? Talk to me now. Whose responsibility is that? I don't share your opinion, but then it's your opinion, so I don't flack a man for his opinion. You know, your opinion is your opinion, so I don't flack a man for that. But if you think that, say Rutherford, if you think that Rutherford can do good in Test cricket, why is he not playing for Guyana? If a county in England think that Rutherford is so good at Test cricket, at red ball cricket, why are they not giving him a contract? 116 for 2, over the wicket, comes in now, bowls to Hope, and Hope play this to mid off, and they go through for a quick singer. Edmire is the new batsman, by the way. You know? So, never flack a man for his opinion. You put forward your opinion. I don't have any issue with your opinion. I don't agree, though, that if you play more white ball cricket than red ball cricket, your ability to bat in red ball will be reduced. I don't think so. I don't share that view. I don't have any empirical data. But then, as again I said, it's your opinion. Let's get the 80 poll going, said Michael Douglas. Will he face? Well, let's see if we pass the 200 votes as yet. Because we need to see if we pass the 200 vote. Comes in, bowls to Etienne, beaten outside the half stump, Naseem Shah. 190, and it's Pepper Pot that is leading, 41%. So, Kervin Duncan, what you saying now about the persons who are voting? There are too many Jamaicans here, Kervin Brown. Kervin Duncan, You see how unfortunate that post was though, Curvin. You know? It was an insult to the persons in the channel, you know. That's Curvin Duncan. Balls to Etmire in the air. Let's see Michael Douglas. Oh, he's gone. He hasn't faced 10 balls again. Michael Douglas, you are not seeing that easy, you know. What are easy, you know, man? You guys in this chat, not easy at all. 117 for 3, Etigon for a 3-ball ducks. You are these, you guys in the chat, not easy. You know? So a frame is saying that Etty is out. Jamor Small is saying 10 balls, man, ready to go back to the hotel. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone, Jamor Small. You know. So he said, Harry Brook records which you brought up prove my points. But no, it doesn't prove your point because Harry Brook was not the only person name that I called. I called several persons' name, you know, and there's always what you call it, an exception to the rules. But what you look at is the majority position. Is the norm. Is the norm that you look at, Leroy Jard. So you picked out Harry Brook, but then you haven't talked about the other players. You know, I think I call at least 5 names, and I could probably call 20 names of all format players, you know. And you will see, you know. But if I remember correctly, it's the Cricket Forum start the 80 ball count watch. So Curvin on. No man, no insult. All the J friends say Aki must be prepared with care, otherwise it poisons. So with that fact, yeah. But you know, I don't think many Jamaican would be really watching a match though that between. In all honesty, not many Jamaicans would be in the live chat watching this match. And to be fair, Curvin Duncan, I think that if this was a West Indies match, I think Aki and Salfish would have won because we would have a large percentage of Jamaican watching it. But the thing about it, you know, remember that when it comes to popularity, it's how to put it now, right? Say we have 3 million persons in Jamaica, right? And you have 800,000 in Guyana. If the 800,000 in Guyana say Pepper Pot is better, and the 3 million in Jamaica say Aki and Salfish is better, it's 3 million people saying Aki and Salfish is better. So it doesn't really matter where you come from when you vote on it, because it's what is popular, you know. So Michael Douglas said, Curvin, you want a man who the West Indies fans don't even trust to face 10 deliveries to become captain, and that's steered away by Moeen Ali down to the field and the cover boundary. This batting lineup is steep, you know. But you know, if they knock over 2 or 3 more right now, well, 34 is, they win this, man. They win this. They can't lose it. Well, I think Sheldon said something earlier that who wants the 10 ball watch. He said that his TCF started the 10 ball watch. I don't remember. Farouki bowls to Moeen Ali, who played it to short mid wicket, and there's no run. Michael Douglas said, Etty should go into chicken farming. He would make a big profit there, said Jamor Sumal. Jamor Sumal's, oh boy. You harsh on the money, man? Yes. So let's watch now as Faruqi. He's got a ball to Moeen Ali. So he has as he comes in now, the left arm seamer from Afghanistan bowls to Ali. Ali swings and miss, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 120 for 3 after 12.3. The Amazon Warriors should win this one. So 120 for 3. Hope is on 41. Moeen Ali is on 3. 120 for 3. Needing 34 from 45 deliveries. As over the wicket. Bowls to Ali. Ali plays that in front of him, and there is no run. So yes, Faruqi, the left arm seamer, is coming over the wicket now. Bowls to Moeen Ali. Hop bowls to Ali, and Ali plays this away through the covers. Down to the fielder coming off the backward point boundary for a singer. The score goes up now to 121 for 3. And so Leroy George, so Etty and Sheo play over 3 times more ODI than Test. And what's the point you're really making, Leroy George? Because you're singling out these things, but I don't know what you're trying to prove. Are you saying that because they play more ODI than Test match than that? But how many ODI did Chris Gale play? How many ODI did Lara play? So, let's look at some West Indies batsmen. How many ODI did Desmond Haynes play? How many ODI did all of those guys play compared to the number of tests? They played more ODI, and tests is just natural thing. So I don't know the point that you're trying to make. Honestly, the point that you made is that if you play more ODI than Test cricket, then you will be a poor red ball player. But so Richards was poor at red ball. Haynes was poor. I'm sure that probably Haynes played maybe twice the number of ODI as Test cricket. So I don't share. As I say, I don't share your point. So, Michael, you could run some research on me. Just tell me how many, all of those good West Indies batsmen from in the past, hit away by the left-handed Moeen Ali over long on for 6. So it's now 129 for 3. So 25 needed from 41 deliveries. 29 from 41 deliveries. Yes, Kervin Duncan, I'm going to do it. This game is gone, said Jamor Small. Yes, it's gone. Unless the biggest miracle happens tonight in cricket history, Patriots lose this match. There ain't no virgin birth. What do you mean by that, Jamor Small? There ain't no virgin birth. I don't know that. I don't know that one. 129 for 3. So the poll is clearly in favor of Pepper Pot at this time. Naseem Shaw bowls to Moeen Ali, who played it away down to the field and the mid-wicket boundary for a singer. So Pepper Pot have opened up a big lead now. They are still not the they're still not what you call it, the majority, but it's a plurality. I think they call it plurality. So they are less than 50%, but they are leading. They are on 40%. Aki and Saltfish is 34%, and Crab and Callaloo is 26%. So pull the light, said Atina. Yes, Jamur Small, you need to get down and pull the light. Naseem Shaw bowls to Shea Hope, who steered this down to third man for a single. The score goes up by 1. It's now 131 for 3. Shea Hope is on 44. Moeen, who is on 11, will come into strike. Time for Guyana to take care of the next run rate from early. That's true, Michael Douglas. Yeah, they need to go hard now. They cannot lose from here. So they need to finish this in probably 4 or 5 deliveries. This shouldn't take more than 10 more deliveries to finish. They definitely need to go hard. The point that Mr. George making is that Open Etmire needs more test matches, said Nigel Wilbert. And the point that I'm making is that why has Guyana dropped Etmire from their one-day team, and if Etmire wanted to play test cricket, why isn't he saying it to the Guyana Cricket Board? You know, it's too late. Yeah, Kervin Duncan is making a good point. Duckworth Lewis will be in play if they pull the light now. So Guyana Amazon Warriors will still win, you know. Yes, so Nigel Wilbert, why isn't that Etmire playing some red ball cricket for Guyana if he wants to play test cricket? At least play for Barbados this year. At least Chase played for Barbados, King played for Barbados. So why is it that if Etmire wants to play test cricket, why isn't he playing for Guyana? And that's why I said the argument must base on some sense of reality, and with us not plucking something out of thin air. You would like to see Etmire play test cricket, but what is Etmire doing about it? Does Etmire want to play test cricket? If he wants to play test cricket, go and play a match for Guyana. You know? So it's just like when persons saying that Hope should open an ODI. Hope is not going to open an ODI. Balls to Hope, that's Naseem, and he played it to cover, and there's no run. Because the gentleman already said he's not going to open. The gentleman already said, I'm the captain. I am using that captain authority, and I am batting at 4. So it doesn't matter who want me to open. That's a non-argument. So we don't need to follow that argument. This argument about Etmire to play test cricket, it's a non-argument until Etmire go and play at least a match for Guyana. It's a non-argument. We pull the lights so ain't see the amount around me now. Okay, Jamur Small. Jamur Small, are you going to find that lady for me, you and Nigel Brown? Are you going to find that lady? Please. I'd really appreciate it. I need her on the show, man. I definitely need her on the show, Jamur Small. So it's 132 for 3. As the left-handed Moeen Ali second. Salam Akil, the right-arm Chinaman googly bowler, who got 4 for 22 yesterday. He has 1 for 28 from 3 overs, made that 1 for 29 from 3.1 overs. He has bowled well again tonight, but he has not with the same destruction. You know, well, he's going for almost 10 runs and over, so you wouldn't say that as well. You know, 133 for 3, all the threes, 21 needed from 35 deliveries. The Guyana Amazon Warriors should win this, but they should, as Michael Douglas said, they should be looking to win this in style. So Salam Akil is going to bowl. It's a long run up for Salam Akil. You know, it's almost like a fast bowler. He bowls to Shea Hope, and Shea Hope turns it to mid-wicket, and there is no run. He's a left-arm Chinaman, back of the arm googly bowler. But he has a long run up, almost like a batsman, as a fast bowler. So You guys saying pull the lights. Who remember the 2007 finals at Kensington with Australia and Sri Lanka? Salam Akil bowls to Shea Hope, who hit this away down to long on, wide of the field of a 4. He moves up to 48. The score moves up to 137 for 3 after 14.3 overs. Somebody had, I think it's Sherwin had said that Guyana Amazon Warriors will win in the 16th over. He may just be right, you know. I guess he will be come on. So it's 14.3 overs, 137 for 3. And in the darkness after 6 p.m. and all the umpires included, Butner got suspended. You guys saying pull the lights. You guys saying pull the lights. You remember the 2007 finals at Kensington, with Australia and Sri Lanka playing in the darkness after 6 p.m. and all the umpires, including Buckner, got suspended. Salam Akil over the wicket, bowls to Hope. Hope off the back foot, steer this away down to the field on the backward point boundary. The sweep on the boundary. That's Drake's, who moves lazily around the boundary and allow the batsman to come back for 2. It's 139 now for 3. 15 needed for victory. Shea Hope brought up his 50. So that's 50 for Shea Hope from 31 deliveries. Good knock to the West Indies T20 captain. And he's in bang form again. I remember there was some controversy there, of course, Mr. Casanova. I do remember. Kervin Duncan said, we'll take Etty and Windward Islands red ball team. Well, that would be good. After back foot goes Shea Hope, plays it to mid-on, and there's no run. But the thing was he willing to, is he willing to play? You know? So... Leroy Johnson, I see your point. Gale and Samuels did play much more ODI than Test average, but still those guys did not play as many T20 as Test or ODI. Leroy George, you would have heard me say it a million times by now. That what is going to improve West Indies batsmen is them learning the basic. Once they learn the basic, they can adjust to any format of the cricket. The challenge is that too many of our batsmen are not spending time learning the basic drills, doing the boring things. Because learning the basic is boring enough. But you have to have that discipline to learn the basic, to spend hours and hours learning the basic, you know? Yes. This new generation is playing over 3 times more ODI than Test and then playing more T20. Yeah, but you see, but in other countries, those same batsmen, like the Gill, well, you say Brooks play more Test than ODI, you know, but he, as I said, is the exception. Like the Gill, you know, all of those guys are playing more white ball cricket than red ball cricket. Travis Head, you know, just Chris Green, Cameron Green, you know, Kane Williamson, Markram, you know, so you can go on as you think about it, you can go on, all of those guys. I have seen West Indies players said they need to do the same preparation before they play Test cricket, and fans will want them to be added before getting ready. What Michael Douglas is say? I have seen West Indies players said they need to do some preparation before they play Test cricket, and fans still want them to be added before they get ready. Good point that there, Michael Douglas. I hope Leroy George see that point. Yeah. It's not the same equation in top 5 Test nations, said George. No, it's not the same equation. Well, the bottom line is, Leroy George, your approach to it will not be my approach, and I am confident that my approach will succeed more than yours. 142 for 3 after 12 more needed. Because the bottom line is, as I said, the basics. When you learn the basic, when you achieve mastery of the basic, the format doesn't matter. You adjust and play good cricket. So hold the balls to Sheop, who steer this away to backward point, can't score. The score means at 142 for 3. Let me take a look at the poll here now. Yeah, so the poll is all right. So pepper pot 1. Yeah. So Aki and Saltfish, crab and callaloo, pepper pot. Pepper pot is a national dish for Guyana, so I really think Aki and Saltfish gave him a good push for their money. Crab and callaloo was a national dish for Trinidad and Tobago. I think crab and callaloo. Am I right, Sheldon? I think crab and callaloo is a national dish for Trinidad. And to know that pepper pot is always going to win, so maybe we should save this poll and do it another time when the West Indies team is playing. So we know we have a wider cross section of viewers, and probably then we will get a different outcome. You know, so tonight is a control. When West Indies is playing, we'll do the experiment. All right? Over the wicket now, comes in. Bowls to Shehope, that's Jason Older, and he played it away down towards the fielder on the cover boundary. So it's one more to the total. 144 for 3. Moeen Ali is on 15. He will take strike with 1 delivery to go in over number 16. So Sherwin is going to get it wrong. So over 220 persons voted and pepper pot 1. So as I said, we are going to do this again. This is a control. We are going to do the experiment. 144 for 3. 10 to go. Jason Older, the captain of the Patriots. None for 23 from 2.5. He's switching to round the wicket. He has a short third man and a short fine leg. He moves in now, bowls to the left-handed Ali, who driven this down to long on for a single. Oh, it's into the boundary for 4. I thought the long on fielder would have come around, but he was far from it. He was far from it. Or is it that he wants to come off the field now? I thought that he would have come around and field that one, but he was far from it. Driven down the ground. 6 needed for victory. So only 6 needed for victory now. There are 148 for 3. 3. Edmire, Howard, Henderson, and McDermott are the 3 batsmen to go. 148 for 3. 6 needed from 24 deliveries. So they are 1 hit away from victory. I think McDermott is going to be the man of the match. I don't think there's any doubt about that. McDermott is definitely going to be the man of the match. Splendid innings from him, you know. So let's... Who is the bowler is going to come on now? 75 from 39 deliveries. 10 fours, 4 sixes. Strike rate of 192. So there's a long off. So Habas Afridi is 1 over win for 22 runs, taken out of the game by Ben McDermott. So I think this ball is going to go for 6, you know. Abbas bowls to Hope, and Hope, in that customary fashion of his, played it out to mid-wicket and got a single as the bowler gave chase and limit them to 1. So 5 more needed for victory now. So tomorrow there'll be the Royals versus the Falcons. We'll not be doing a watch along for that match. The Royal versus the Falcons. We'll do a watch along if there are sponsorship, but at this moment there's no sponsorship. So we'll not be doing a watch along for that match. So no watch along for that match. George said, no, Leroy George, that's not true. Swung away over deep mid-wicket. It goes into the fielders and he's out. Myers is that took the catch. And so Moeen Ali gone 149 for 4. Yeah, Myers took the catch. No Leroy George. That's not the national. The national dish of Trinidad and Tobago is crab, national dish is crab and callaloo, the national dish for Trinidad and Tobago. So crab and callaloo, but I will not what you call it now. Let me check it. So the new batsman is Iftikhar, the Pakistani. So I'm going on to the official Trinidad and Tobago website and see what they say. What kind of website this for your country? So, Leroy George, you say roti doubles and pelaloo is Trinidad national dish, but crab and dumpling is Tobago national dish. We'll double check that because the information on the website is vague. West Indies was strong during the 70s and 80s because most of our players' skill were harnessed by the county cricket. Our demise started when they restricted overseas players, said Milton Grant. That's a point that is well made. Yes. Yeah, when last Carlos Brathwaite gets some licks, he keeps hiding these days behind the commentary, said Jamor Sumal. Yeah, he used to play for your team though, right? I wonder how much of your subscribers know about cricket bat. I want to see a poll on which brand cricket bat is the best. Okay, Vikel. You know, interestingly, the Palu is supposed to be the national dish of TNT, said Garland Evans. Well, more person is saying coconut tree, said Athena. Big one. You hear Michael Douglas coconut tree, yeah? Michael Douglas is definitely not you. Well, college talks. How is one of your friend that Michael Douglas? It sounds that is one of your friend. Leroy George is saying the internet agree with you. It's saying that crab and it is. But what I check here, I'm not seeing. Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna check it though. Chini will agree with the internet. But I doubt any Chini will agree. Turn away into the onside. The score is 150 for 4. So Kimo Paulus was on the field as a substitute because I was wondering why he hasn't batted it. Iftikhar. Something interesting happened at Savannah Park when in the second T20 international. Okay, you don't know who is that. So I talk. So you probably didn't understand the point that you made then. So college talk probably never understand the point that you make. I 150 for 5 at the end of 17 overs. So college talk. Let me try to think. Try it. See if it's a case that I need to help you or is that you understand what is going on. So what is going on now? We do polls, you know, we do polls on things. We just do polls. So when we do polls, it's not about right or wrong, because there's a thing like now. So I think it's a good question from Miguel, because he just saying to do a poll, and then I know persons will vote for their favorite bat. It's not the, what do I call it now? It's not the authenticity of it, but it's personal engaging, you know. And I think that your first reaction was a bit loaded, you know. I think it was a bit loaded, and we try to move away from the loaded reactions here, you know. On the funny side, mosquitoes are the national bird of Guyana. Galen Evans, you know that? Do you know, Galen Evans, that mosquito is the animal that kills more animals than any other animal? Is it? Some person might say mosquito is an insect, it's not an animal. I said the creature. Mosquito is the living creature that kills more living creature than any other creature on earth. Or they're responsible for the death of more living creatures than any other creature on earth. Mosquitoes. Yeah. As that one displayed away by Shepherd, it's 150 for 5. It's now going to be 152 for 5. So 2 more needed. Yes, so the mosquitoes kill more living creatures than any other creature on earth. Yeah. Kevin Durkan said, I think Lara is going to win that one. I think Lara is going to win that one. I was thinking about, which one I was thinking about? I was thinking about Machel Montana, or who was the Jamaican artist I was thinking about? I'm going to say which one is more. Is this one is stayed away down to the cover boundary, so the scores are leveled. So 1 more needed now for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. 153 for 5 after 17.2 overs. They just need 1 more. I am not talking with which bat is more effective here. Yeah. Yep, I love your polls because they are just fun and you know, they are fun engagement. Respect college talk, as you hear Leroy George said here. They are just fun engagement. Not sure about the other animals, but they are definitely our biggest threat to humans. Yes, George talk, yeah. So wide signal, so the match ended on a wide 154. Yes, because all right. So for an example, let me give you an example. College Tech, big up Patrick Davey. Good to see you, man. Just reach one, but the match finished. Guyana Amazon Warriors won. But just to reply to College Tech, you know that sometimes farmers may go to their, what they call it now, which their cow pen and see a cow dead. It's because a mosquito killed the cow, you know. Yeah, you know, just like how the mosquito bite the human and the humans get a fever, chickpea, dengue, or so on. Is the same thing that it does to the cow, and sometimes you don't even know that the cow's sick, and by the time you realize, the cow drop over, you know. Yeah. Mr. Brown, you called me 12 different names in 2 nights, said Kervin Duncan. Well, what Kervin Duncan? Well, you can imagine the most dangerous animals in the West Indies are all big one, Leroy. I almost asked that question, you know, which is the most dangerous animals in the West Indies, ducks or mosquito? Maybe that's a poll we can look at next week. You understand, you understand, Tech? You know, and these are the things that we look at. So you understand college talks, you know? Yeah, it is, yeah. So we do a poll the next time. Which is the most dangerous animals in the Caribbean? Ducks or mosquitoes? And you know why we say ducks? Because so many West Indies batsmen made ducks. Which prime minister said that they need to open a ducks farm? I think it's the one from St. Kitts and Nevis, not St. Kitts. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Gonza. You know, I need to invite him on the show. Any one of you know how I may get in touch with him to invite him on the show? I'd really love to invite him on the show. Take care of yourself, everyone. It was another splendid night. I enjoy your company once again. I appreciate it. I don't think tonight was as energetic as last night, but it was still good. I don't think we'll ever beat last night. Last night was just special, but I'm glad that you are here. Congratulations to the Guyana Amazon Warriors, starting on a winning note. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. I'll see you, I think, on Sunday, but not tomorrow. Take care. Unless I get a sponsor. If I get a sponsor, I'll come on. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Bye for now.